Dr. Poh, I'd like to ask you about your experience as a political detainee. I'd like to know what kept you going during all those years. Were you offered a chance to confess and plead, and what kept, subsequent to that, did you, it's only human, but did you ever waver and think maybe I should lead a more quiet life and not risk re-imprisonment? Thank you.
I mean, when I came into politics, when I joined the partisan socialists, both myself and Hoxiu, we knew the chances of being arrested is very, very high. But we did not expect a prolonged imprisonment, probably say 3 years or so. Right. So that was a start. When we were arrested, because life was quite different, entirely different. You get locked up in a cell and you're in a different world. You lose touch of time and you find that you're a bit disorientated because of that. Now, as to whether how I stayed in prison, well, we all have our problems. Now, my problem is a bit less than other people's problems, because financially, I mean, many people, they find it very difficult because their wives can't get a job as a tutor, as a teacher, they find it very difficult. For me, the financial factor is not very important. So financially, there was much less of a burden. But everybody wants to come out. Nobody wants to stay in. They say the key is with you, but it is with you if you're prepared to crawl out. But I was not prepared to crawl out, because I know that if I come out, you're a broken man, you cannot stand straight, you cannot say anything you like without looking behind your shoulders. That I felt I could not live with. So it's not because I don't want to come out, but because if I come out, that is the consequence. In fact, I told Bunny, S.D. Bunny, I'll give you an example. S.D. Bunny was from the teacher's training school, English educator. He was brought into the PAP. He was brought in, S.D. Bunny was a teacher trained in the teacher's training college, and he worked with the PAP as a unionist picked by Lee Kuan Yew. So he was Lee Kuan Yew's man. But when the partisan was formed, because of the trade union laws, he decided to throw in his lot with us. So Bunny joined the partisan. Right. In fact, he was sent to Israel for training during the PAP time. Now when he was arrested in '63, I think September or so, in '63, he was already elected a member of Parliament of
Assemblyman.
Assembly in the 1963
August election.
And after that, he was arrested. That was when we were in Malaysia. Right? So internal security is in the hands of KL, not Singapore. So when he was arrested by KL. See? And when he was arrested, he was put in the Central Police Station. And believe it or not, one night he was visited by Bogas, the director of the special branch. And Bogas brought with him Lee Kuan Yew. Now Bogas has the key. comes along, the guard will open the door, and he got the two of them up and he went off. Bogas went off. Now, according to our constitution, Lee Kuan Yew has no right to visit any detainee without permission from KL. That is the constitution. But he went in and had a chat with Bunny. And he told Bunny, and this is what Bunny told me later, that Kuan Yew says, if you are prepared to work for me, I can get you released. Bunny thought about it and told him, no, thank you. And that was the end of the interview. Bogas, half an hour later, came back, opened the cell door and walked off. That was in 1964. It was 63, 64. When Singapore was separated from Malaya in June 1965, I happened to be back in a medium security camp. I was alone there, one person in the big place. Bunny was posted to that place. He had been to Changi and other places, but finally was posted there. And when he came in to stay with me, he told me, look, so guys, this is my story. I can't take imprisonment, and I want to go out. So he says, I'm going to write to Kuan Yew to say that now I'm accepting your condition. Right? So when I asked him, why didn't you accept the condition earlier? He says, if I have to work against the workers, I will work for the big boss and not the small boss. Who was then the big boss, right? But now the big boss, the small boss has become the big boss. So he says, now he wrote to the special branch, to Kuan Yew actually, and he showed me the letter. I mean, we are friends. I mean, I don't object to his going out, he knows that. But I just warned him that if you go out, can you take the life after release? That's all I told him. He says, you try. So we shook hands and he sent the letter, and the next day the special branch came and I said, Bunny, bye-bye. And he went. Bunny went out and found it very difficult, and he took to the bottle and he was dead within a couple of 10 years or so. A very sad case.